Well, since the story, the theme is such a solid theme because it's about forgiveness. Everyone plays a role in it, and Mitch plays his role. He's been badly mauled and damaged. He can't really get on with his life. It's probably an open question as to whether he's dying or not. Whatever, he knows he's not the person he used to be, and he has very little to go on. And when he watches the results of Einar not forgiving and what it costs Einar in terms of his soul, something in him clicks, and he realizes that he himself has to free himself up of any burdens.
The thing that I love so much about film is just seeing moments of people's lives lived honestly and lifelike. And this is exactly what you're going to find here. People who have devastating backgrounds, traumatic moments in their life, and they're these fragile, injured people coming together, doing that little dance of anger and rage and hatred and all of that, and saying, we really need each other, and from this point forward, we're going to go on a new road. But the life is still unfinished, and the ending is yet to come. That's her second grade picture.
Are you your daughter?
Yeah. We were having a picnic at the river, and she went for a swim. She wanted to practice. She was a great swimmer. I looked away for a minute, and she was gone. She was... I would do anything to have that minute back. But I'm never gonna.
Nina,
We're not supposed to outlive our children. You have to understand that about Einar.
When it comes to the key people, it is a collaboration between director and producer and studio. But in this case, we got our first choices with Morgan Freeman and Robert Redford and Jennifer Lopez. So I couldn't be happy about that cast. And we found a great girl in Becca. So I have a couple of those movies that I feel that it's the right people at the right time with the right kind of story. And I think this is one of them.
It's so funny because as an actor, when you're doing things, you really feel like, you know why you're doing them, and you're doing them a certain way, and you think it's coming off a certain way, and he'll be like, no, do it this way or do it that way. And then when you watch the playback, you go, oh, that's why. And you get this total trust, and in the first couple of days, you can see that, you know it. And you're like, you're right, that was too much this, or that was too much that, or it wasn't enough, or, and he has the eye.
I can get myself shaved in the morning. All the way dressed, too.
Okay.
Could probably manage to stick myself in the butt with one of those syringes if it came to it. But what I can't do is continue to lie here every day and watch you mourn for a life you think you should have had. There are people everywhere who think they got dealt a bad hand, Ina. Locations are very inducive to, I think, character work. When if you're going to be rustic and you're in a rustic locale, it's easy to do because pretty much around rustic people. I mean, we're working here, and this is actually a working ranch. This is cattle country, and the people who own this ranch are cattle people, and just you see them and you can get a sense of who you're supposed to be. There's no hidden agenda. They're real simple. What you see is what you get.
The granddaughter becomes the catalyst when he realizes that that is his only remaining family. And in fact, Jean is also. And he has to get past his being blocked by blaming her. And Mitch helps him do it. And I think that Einar knows he's wrong, but he's so stubborn and prideful and independent. Again, characteristics of Western ranching men.
He's Robert Redford because he is dynamic and charming and bright and warm. And you'd think after all these years, you know, he'd set himself aside and just be, you know, kind of be over the whole movie thing. But he's so involved and so charming.
What you been doing?
Einer's been teaching me how to drive his truck.
Now, why don't you go look to see what Nina's got in the kitchen for special? Okay?
Okay.
Would you care if I took her camping?
Did she say driving?
It's a ranch.
She's 11.
I know. But she's a good girl. Good kids don't get that way by accident.
Is that a compliment?
Just the way it is.
You know, Jennifer has tremendous vulnerability in her face, naturally, coupled with a tremendous strength and a sassiness, which may come partly from her, you know, background or what she's picked up on the way. And she's, you know, I think she grew up in New York, and, you know, she knows how to take care of herself, and it's perfect for this role. Lasse is very quiet. He's very unassuming. He's very clear about what he wants. He's very detailed. He doesn't rehearse, but what gets done on the day, he covers a lot of ground on the day. And he likes human stories. You know, you can tell from the types of films that he's made. And so getting the actor to give a good performance is paramount to him. As well as it looking beautiful.
I think it's about the rediscovery of love, you know. I think and not by no means the rediscovery of innocence, but the rediscovery of family, and, you know, particularly Jennifer's character is running away from great pain, and in the process, you know, being asked to rediscover an element of her family that she's, you know, been removed from, and has dismissed her in a way as well.
You need the contribution of the location to give you ideas. You need the limitations of a real location to give you, to come up with solutions. It's all a give and take. You play with wherever you are, and you try to solve things, and you go for the real interiors, and you try to solve. I prefer that to building things on stage and pre-plan. I like the spur of the moment and the solution that comes at the spur of the last moment.
Are those my dad's things?
Yeah, they are.
Where does he live now?
He's dead. Did your mother tell you that?
Yeah, but she said you were dead too.
Now, two men unaccustomed to change.
I wonder if it's hard being that drunk this early in the morning.
Oh, now look what you went and did. I'm gonna be your new waiter. Sorry for the mess.
Will have to learn to adjust.
I got some groceries for dinner.
You got any more improvements you want to make around here?
Thought maybe Mitch might want to work on something.
Did you ask him about it?
Of course you did. I feel inspired.
And discover the only thing harder than holding on.
They call them accidents because it's nobody's fault.
My son's dead.
Your granddaughter's not, and neither are you.
Is letting go.
I want to know what killed my boy.
I killed him, Miner. Is that what you want to hear?
Did you hear anything unusual last night?
Somebody poking around down by the river.
It's a police report. He was my boyfriend.
I can't do anything, Einar, except keep an eye on him.
There's an errand in town I'd like to run.
Be careful with that errand.
You know anything about pickup trucks?
Okay, you see these screws here?
You're getting the hang of it. I see you back here again, I'll kill you.
You've seen too many westerns, old man.
That doesn't exactly work in your favor. You ever wish you had lived a different life?
No. There are people everywhere who think they got dealt a bad hand.
An unfinished life.
I had a music teacher who was a lesbian. You guys are gay, right?
I always thought you had really lovely hands.
You never told me that.